Wine blends are really hot these days. We have a lot of people coming into our tasting room in Scottsdale looking for blends. But what is technically a blend? Well, the federal government tells us what it is. A blend is a wine that's less than 75% one dominant grape. So in other words, if you have a grape in your wine that's over 75% of one varietal, you can call it by that varietal's name. In this case, it's our Grenache. This is 100% Grenache, but it could be up to 25% something else, and we could still call it Grenache. If we don't have a dominant grape at 75%, the federal government tells us we need to classify it as a red wine. Now, this is a blend of Grenache, Syrah, and Petite Syrah in almost equal quantities, so there's no dominant grape in here. But the important thing to know about wine is that almost every wine that you drink is going to have a blending process involved in it. In other words, we have many different barrels that we'll put together for bottling. They may be barrels of the same varietal, but they may be different types of barrels. They may be new American oak barrels versus a neutral oak barrel. We also will blend in other grapes in smaller quantities that will enhance the wine, but not take its varietal name away from it. In other words, our Syrah is 88% Petite Syrah, or Syrah, 6% Petite Syrah, and 6% Grenache. That is technically a blended wine, but it's not a blend because it has a dominant grape varietal. So we invite you to come into the tasting room sometime and try all three of our red grapes on their own, and then try them blended together to see how they've changed and see if you can identify them. The challenge is up to you. See you soon.